Hello and welcome to this week's yoga session where we're going to be focusing mainly on standing poses. So this will have a lot to do with balance, and it will be a relatively quick session today, hoping to be around 20 minutes. So I encourage you to come onto the mat, get comfortable, grounded into your seat bones, taking a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Just simply opening your eyes and then turning your head over towards the left, really stretching out your neck, keeping your shoulders down away from your ears, and then back to center and then over to the left. Then in the next inhale, back to center and then all the way up and back with the mouth slightly open. Then back to center and then chin down to the chest. And then back to center. This time the left hand onto the mat and the right arm up and over, and we'll curve the arm up and over towards the left side. And whatever you feel most comfortable, you can look down towards the mat, but I encourage you to try and look up towards the ceiling. Ensuring that the knees are not coming up and off of the mat. Grounding into your sit bones. And also that the arm is not moving too far forward, trying to keep it back. Then coming back up, and we'll go on the reverse side. Coming up and over towards the right. And again, the arm up and behind and looking up towards the ceiling. But if it's too uncomfortable, then looking down towards the ground is also okay. And bringing the arm all the way up. Both arms up towards the ceiling and then lowering up and over in front of you. Just stretching out those arms. Lowering the elbows onto the ground if you can, and the head down as well. Feeling that stretch along your back. Then tiptoeing your hands back towards your legs. We're from here coming on to our hands and knees. Hands are shoulder width distance apart, knees are hip width distance apart. We're coming into cat and cow, so bending your back, shoulder blades together and head up and behind. Then reverse, shoulder blades apart, chin to chest and tucking in the tummy. Reversing, head all the way back, shoulder blades together, curving the back. Then bringing the chin down to the chest, tucking in the tummy and shoulder blades apart. Then back to neutral, tucking under the toes, and then pushing the hips all the way up and behind and just walking out your feet from here. And slowly walking your feet to the top of the mat, coming all the way up, and exhale all the way back down. Inhale halfway up, and exhale release. Inhale all the way up, little back bend, and exhale all the way down. Walking your feet back to plank, exhaling down to chaturanga, inhale up to upward facing dog, and exhale back to downward dog. Walking your feet out and walking to the top of the mat. Inhaling all the way up and exhaling all the way down. Inhaling halfway up and exhale release. Inhale all the way up, little back bend, and exhale all the way down. Walking your feet back to plank. Inhale down to chaturanga. Exhale up to upward facing dog, and exhale back to down dog. Walking your feet out one more time, walking the feet to the top of the mat, all the way up, and exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway up, and exhale release. Inhale all the way up, little back bend, and exhale all the way down. Inhale back to plank, exhale down to chaturanga, inhale up to upward facing dog, and exhale down to downward facing dog. Just walking your feet out. walking your feet back to the top of the mat, releasing the arms here, holding the hands onto the elbow and just swifting from side to side. And releasing the arms, coming all the way up. We're going to release our right leg behind. So the left leg is facing forward and the right is a bit of a 90-degree angle. The right hand comes down onto the right leg and the left hand comes up and behind. Coming even further down. Maybe widening your stance ever so slightly so that you can really feel that stretch on the left side. Then coming back to center. Feet together, hands up overhead. And we're going to drop our head back and come into this back bend. Back to center. This time releasing the left leg behind at a bit of a 90-degree angle, the right leg in front, left hand down to the left leg, right arm up and back. Really stretching out that side. Maybe coming even further down into the pose. And at the next exhale, coming all the way up. Feet together, hands up overhead, and coming back into this back bend. Back to center, bringing the hands down into prayer. Feet are again still together. And from here, bending your knees and coming down into this chair pose. Once you're comfortable, raising your arms up overhead, ensuring when you look down you can still see your toes, so your hips are really further back, as if you're really sitting on a chair. And bringing your hands back down into prayer, inhaling a little bit up, and as you exhale, coming deeper into this pose. Then shifting your weight onto your left foot, bringing the right leg up and behind, getting comfortable into warrior one, and then raising your arms up overhead. Then shifting yourself over towards warrior two, so your hips is facing out towards the right side. Your left hand is still above your left knee, and the right leg is straight. Releasing the right hand down onto the right leg and bringing the left arm up and back. Stretching out this left side again. Then from here, windmilling your hands down onto the mat in between your foot, and then releasing your right leg up and behind into three-legged dog. And coming up onto your right toe, bending your left knee in towards your nose, and then releasing it all the way back into three-legged dog. Really pushing with the hands into the mat, and that your ears are away from your shoulders. Then bending your left leg, transferring your weight onto your right side, and then releasing your left hand off of the mat so that your weight is completely on the right, and then bringing the left leg down onto the ground and up into wild thing. Hips up towards the ceiling. And then releasing the left arm back onto the mat and releasing the left leg as well, and walking out and down dog. And walking your feet towards your hands and come all the way back up, arms overhead. Then we'll do the standing pose again. So bringing the right leg behind, a good distance apart, releasing the right hand onto the back of your leg, ensuring that the right leg is outward facing and the left is forward facing, bringing the left arm up and behind. Taking an inhale and an exhale, and then coming deeper into the stretch and lower down onto your leg. Really feeling the stretch on the left side. And with the next inhale, coming all the way up, feet and hands together, dropping the head back and coming into this back bend. Back to center. This time the left leg comes behind, dropping the left hand onto the left leg and the right arm up and behind. Taking an inhale, and as you exhale, coming lower into the stretch. And then coming all the way up to standing, hands overhead and feet together, dropping the head back and coming into back bend. Back to center, and then we go straight into chair pose here, coming all the way down, ensuring you can still see your toes, that the knees are not too far in front, head up. And as you inhale, coming up, and as you exhale, coming deeper into the stretch and bringing your hands down to prayer. Shifting the weight this time onto your right leg, bringing the left leg up and behind into warrior one, and raising the arms all the way up. With the next inhale, coming over into warrior two, so the hips are facing the left side, and then releasing the left hand onto the left leg, bringing the right arm up and over behind. Then windmilling your hands between your legs, releasing the right leg all the way up into three-legged dog, pushing the hands into the mat, and the ears are away from the shoulders. Bending your right leg, shifting your weight over onto the left, releasing the right hand and the right leg onto the floor and coming up and back into wild thing, hips up towards the ceiling. Bringing the hand back onto the mat, releasing the foot also, walking out your down dog, then bringing your knees down onto the mat, straightening the arms out in front of you and coming into child pose. And from here, coming up onto your hands and knees, tucking your toes under and walking yourself back up to standing. And from here, we're going to continue with the poses. So bringing your right foot onto the left like this. And I'm just going to turn around. So from here, raising your arms up overhead and catching them together towards the ceiling. Ensuring that the right knee is outward facing and not letting it come in towards you like that. Breaking the hands down into prayer, trying to stay balanced in this as we'll progressively transition into warrior three. Bringing the right leg up and behind, and then releasing the right hands behind. And if you wish, you can even bring the hands up overhead. Concentrating on one spot to keep your balance. Keeping the legs very straight to help you with this. And then coming all the way up, walking out your leg a little bit, and with the same leg, wrapping the right around the left. And then bringing the right hand underneath, and we'll come into ego. And coming all the way up as you inhale and exhale all the way down, deepening this pose. Then releasing and bringing the right hand, the right leg into the right hand, the left hand up forward and pushing into dancer. And then releasing and just walking your feet out here. That's a lot of balance in one leg, one after the other. This time on your right leg, bringing the left leg in towards it, and then hands up overhead. And again, pushing the left leg out and away, not letting it collapse in towards the front. Bringing the hands down to prayer. Still with the same balancing leg, bringing the left leg behind into warrior three. And again, you can keep the hands here, bring them behind, or bring them out in front of you. Whatever challenge you wish. And sometimes you'll have one side that's a little bit easier than the other. Then bringing the leg in, walking it out, and this time the left leg wraps around the right, and the left arm underneath, and into eagle. As you inhale, coming up, and as you exhale, deepening into this stretch. And releasing, and on the same right leg, bringing the left to the left foot, and coming up into dancer. And then releasing and walking the feet out. I really feel it on the legs, I'm sure you do too. Coming down onto your knees. The right leg comes out in front. We're just going to stretch out that left side, so grabbing hold with the left foot in the left hand and just holding it here. And then releasing. And we'll do the reverse, so bringing your hips back and straightening out the right leg. Ensuring that you're coming with the hips up and over. So you really feel that stretch on the right side, on the back of the leg. Then release the right leg, bring the left leg in front. We'll do the same on the opposite side, so grabbing the right foot with the right hand, stretching out the right side. Then releasing it down and coming back and straightening out that left leg, bringing the hips up and over. So you really feel that stretch at the back of the leg and even on the side. And coming up and sitting onto our sit bones, straightening out the legs in front, bringing the arms up overhead and coming up and over and bringing your hips a little bit further back. Just moving yourself from side to side, bringing the hands onto the mat wherever it's comfortable for you, and just getting a little bit of movement here. And feeling that stretch. Ensuring that your rib cage is on your thighs. So if you need to bend your knees a little bit, that's absolutely no problem. And just looking forward. Then coming up, bringing the right leg over, the left leg over the right leg. And then just with the left hand, tucking it in towards you. And then coming up and over and looking towards your right side. And then this time, twisting round and bringing your right hand up and pushing against the opposite side, and then twisting towards the left. And then releasing the left leg, bringing the right leg this time, and then we're using the right hand to tuck in towards you and then looking over to the left side. And then bringing the left arm up and over and pushing it against the right leg and twisting over to the right side. Very nice. Releasing the right leg and then coming into a little bit of a ball, bringing the knees in towards the chest and just rolling yourself back, massaging your lower spine, and then grabbing your hands with your feet from the inside, coming into happy baby pose, massaging your lower spine. And bringing the knees back in towards you, rocking back and forth, and rocking yourself all the way back to seated. And then taking a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Thank you very much for joining me in this week's short session. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you had any feedback, then please let me know. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in the mat next time. Namaste.